By the middle of the 22nd century, humanity had almost exhausted the natural resources of the overpopulated Earth. The RDA Corporation launches large-scale mining of the rare mineral unobtainium on Pandora, a moon colonized by humans that orbits the gas giant Polyphemus in the Alpha Centauri star system. Pandora, whose atmosphere is toxic to humans, is densely populated by flora and fauna, as well as 3-meter-tall intelligent humanoids. They call themselves the Gnostics, revere the mother goddess Iwa, live in primordial harmony with nature, and are unhappy with its destruction by the humans. To study Pandora's biosphere, scientists use avatars, designed hybrids of Gnostics and human bodies. An avatar is remotely controlled by a human operator whose DNA was used in its creation. The operator sleeps in a neural link chamber, mentally controlling the avatar as if it were their own body. Avatars are extremely expensive, so when Tommy, a scientist and avatar operator, is killed shortly before being sent to Pandora, the RDA offers his place to his twin brother, Jake Sully, a former Marine suffering from paralysis. For the money to pay for his treatment, Jake agrees and arrives on Pandora in 2154. Jake meets the head of the Avatar program, Dr. Grace Augustine, who considers the soldier a poor replacement for the deceased scientist. Against her will, Colony Administrator Parker Selfridge assigns Jake as a bodyguard for the scientists. On his first expedition, while the avatars of Grace and her colleague Norm Spellman are distracted, Jake's avatar is attacked by a large, panther-like predator called a Vanator. While fleeing, Jake gets lost in the forest, where he is attacked by a pack of smaller predators. He is saved by Nate Tyree, a hunter from the Omaticaya clan. Following a sign from nature that surprises her, she leads Jake to the massive home tree where her clan has lived for centuries. After an intervention from a Moat, Nate Tyree's mother and the spiritual leader of the Omaticaya, Jake is allowed to stay, and Nate Tyree is tasked with teaching him their culture and hunting. Nate Tyree is unhappy about this, and Jake later learns that human soldiers killed her sister. The humans plan to start a new mining operation on the land beneath the home tree. The head of security, Colonel Miles Quaritch, together with Selfridge, offers Jake a deal. Through his avatar, he is to secretly gather intelligence on the Omaticaya in case of conflict and discover what can be traded to gain their consent to relocate. In return, they promise to pay for Jake's spinal surgery. Grace suspects a conspiracy and relocates with Jake and Norm to a field station in the Hallelujah Mountains, where strong electromagnetic fields interfere with human technology. Over the course of 3 months, Jake learns to hunt, ride, and fly the wild creatures of Pandora, gaining an understanding of the Gnostics' bond with nature, their language, beliefs, and rituals. He and Nate Tyree fall in love. In his video diary, Jake confesses that he is having difficulty remembering his past life and is unsure who he is now. The world of the Gnostics feels like reality, while his human life as a paralyzed man feels like a dream. Quaritch, having received enough data for an attack, offers Jake a way out, but Jake declines, wanting to negotiate with the clan. Having earned their trust, Jake is accepted into the clan, and soon he and Nate Tyree become mates. Suddenly, RDA bulldozers destroy the sacred tree of voices. Jake attempts to stop them, breaking the cameras and getting caught on footage. Before he can warn the clan about the humans' plans, the avatars collapse when Quaritch flies to the field station and disconnects the link. He accuses Jake of betrayal. Back at the base, Quaritch shows Selfridge a recording from Jake's diary, in which he suggests that the Gnostics will not leave their home voluntarily. Ignoring Grace's arguments about the global neural network of trees that store the tribe's memories, and feeling no compassion for the Gnostics, Selfridge shuts down the Avatar program. The tribe retaliates by killing the guards and burning the bulldozers. Quaritch convinces Selfridge to use the attack as an excuse to demolish the home tree, while Jake pleads for a chance to convince the tribe to leave. Jake reveals to the Omaticaya that the humans will soon destroy the tree, and that he knew all along and was sent to infiltrate them. The tribe brands him a traitor, but an assault by the humans interrupts their trial. Moat frees Jake, asking him to help if he has truly become one of them. The tree is felled, and the clan barely escapes. Among the casualties is Neytiri's father, the clan leader. Heartbroken, Neytiri drives Jake away. Selfridge orders the Avatar links disconnected and imprisons Jake, Grace, and Norm for rebellion. That night, combat pilot Trudy Chuckhone, who sympathizes with the scientists, helps the prisoners escape to their field camp, flying it deeper into the mountains. During the escape, Quaritch seriously wounds Grace. Re-entering his avatar, Jake performs the legendary feat of Torek Makto, taming the largest flying predator on Pandora, the Torek, thereby regaining the trust of the Omaticaya. Jake pleads with them to help save Grace. They place her beneath the sacred Tree of Souls, through which the tribe communicates with Iowa. The clan attempts to transfer Grace's consciousness from her human body into her avatar, but her injuries are too severe and both bodies die. Emoet tells Jake that Grace's spirit has become one with Iowa. Jake calls for the tribes to unite and drive the humans from Pandora. From orbit, Quaritch sees the tribes gathering and mobilizes the soldiers and miners for a preemptive strike, aiming to bomb the Tree of Souls to demoralize the natives. Jake realizes they must fight with primitive weapons against human technology. He goes to the Tree of Souls and begs Iowa to look into Grace's memories and see how humans destroyed their own planet, asking her to help protect Pandora. In the climactic battle, the humans fight against vastly outnumbered natives. Trudy sacrifices herself, drawing fire away from Jake. The battle seems lost, but nature itself turns against the colonists. The entire fauna attacks, overwhelming the humans. Flying on his Torek, Jake destroys two of the largest human ships with grenades, saving the Tree of Souls. Quaritch survives in his exosuit and tracks down the link module where Jake's human body is sleeping. Neytiri, riding a Vanator, fights Quaritch, but he nearly kills her. Jake intervenes and, after a brutal fight, breaks the cockpit of Quaritch's exosuit. Quaritch breaks the window of Jake's link module, exposing him to Pandora's toxic atmosphere. Neytiri kills Quaritch with her father's bow and saves Jake by putting a breathing mask on him. The mining of unobtainium and the destruction of Pandora's nature are halted, and the surviving humans are expelled back to Earth. Jake becomes the new leader of the Omaticaya, and the clan helps transfer his consciousness from his human body into his avatar permanently.